Dating me is like biting into an oatmeal raisin cookie and then realizing it's chocolate chip, and then 2 hours later realizing that it was also an edible. Here is some tips and tricks about online dating. All right, friends, this goddess is single. Not only am I single, but like I'm a sexologist and relationship psychotherapist. So, I hang out and I talk to people and I support women and men to kind of, figure out their love lives a little better and learn how to communicate and be more confident and do all of that good stuff. So, one of the things I decided to do for myself this year and at this time of year was to get on some dating apps. I just wanted to see like what was going on out there, what was happening. And because I keep sending all of my patients to go on dating apps and to meet people, and sometimes it's part of their homework. And I'm like, okay, I'm sending people on this mission and I don't even know what's going on. So I decided to join some dating apps. So the first one I joined was Facebook. All right, so I joined the Facebook dating app and I was like, all right, I'm gonna check this out. Let's see what's going on, right? Let's see. Facebook is like a community. I hear that it matches you up with people who are like, kind of like 6 degrees of separation kind of idea, right? Like that's kind of the whole idea behind the Facebook dating app. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go on there. So here's the thing about the Facebook dating app though. No one's on it. That's the thing. So I went on it and I was like, there's no one here for me to date. So I X'd that one and moved on to the next one. So then the next one I went on was Bumble. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna try Bumble. I'm gonna do all of this, right? And it was really, really great, right? Because like I love Bumble because the whole idea behind Bumble is that you go on and then you have the power to like or start a conversation with somebody if you are interested in them, right? Here's the thing though. I don't got time for that. For some women, and I have some of my patients and some of my really successful couples have gone on Bumble and they've actually had some really good success in terms of finding relationships and long-term commitments and that type of thing. And they really like the fact that the power is like in their hands and, they're doing it and that's really, really nice. And I just don't want that, call me old fashioned, call me old school, but like if I'm on a dating app, I want you to say hi to me first. So just for me, it didn't work out, because initiative for me is sexy, right? Like I'm always taking initiative in my life. I'm always saying yes. I'm always jumping forward. I'm always making conversation. I'm always smiling. I'm always winking. I'm always doing all that flirty stuff to let you know I'm in, right? So when I'm on a dating app, for me, I just want someone else to be like, hey girl, what's up? I'm feeling you. Let's talk, right? Initiative for me is sexy. So that's why I got it from Bumble. So then I went on, I was like, all right, I got one more left. What are we gonna do here? I jumped on Tinder. All right, so that's been fun. Tinder is an adventure in sexy land, man. Tinder is interesting. And you know what? I've been having a lot of fun. I've met some really, really great people. Swipe left, swipe right, left. And it's kind of like when you you win the lottery, you win like $5 with your scratch ticket and like you match and like you do a little celebration when you're like, yeah, we match, woo, woo, woo. And I get really excited about it. It's like totally validating in so many ways, which is really exciting. But that's the one that I kind of found worked the best for me because some people are on there for sex, some people are on there for adventures and hanging out, some people are on there for relationships, and everyone seems to be pretty clear as to what exactly they're doing on these dating apps. So here's what I found. I found that you go on Tinder for a good time, you go on Bumble if you're looking for a long time, and you don't go on the Facebook dating app because there's nobody. Okay, so here's the thing though. So I've been going on dating apps and talking to these guys and having a good time and supporting some of my friends who are on these dating apps. And it's really interesting because when I know it sounds really superficial, but whether you're meeting someone in person or looking at their picture on an app, you're gonna know, right? you're gonna know if you're attracted to somebody. Attraction actually literally happens in like less than 3 seconds. Like, you know in an instant whether you want that person to be inside of you, right? Like, that's a legitimate thing. However, one of the things that I like to tell people and tell my patients who are really looking for love is, swipe yes on the maybes. And here's the reason why. Here's the reason why I tell people to swipe yes on the maybes. And it's because a picture isn't gonna tell you the whole story. Right? So if you're like kind of attracted to somebody, you're like, yeah, they look like a pretty decent human. They look like they're attractive, right? Swipe yes on them, because you actually don't know what their whole story is. You don't know, maybe they're just not photogenic, right? Not everybody can be Chrissy Teigen. Like, that's a legit real thing. The other thing, that reason why I tell some of my patients to swipe yes on the maybes, is because dating apps seem to have kind of like fucked us up a little bit, right? Dating apps have turned us into these kind of like non-social, non-communicative, like superficial kind of people, where like everybody like feels like they need to date a model or like be a model or like, do all these things. And it's kind of really screwing us up, because, we're all swiping yes on like these people that we're immediately attracted to, and then not matching, and then sinking deeper into our loneliness and not being validated and like not feeling good about ourselves. And it's like, listen, not all of us are 10s. We all can't be 10s. We all can't be 11s. Some of us are a decent 7, Some of us are a decent 7. But some of us who are decent 7s sometimes think that you're 9, and you're not a 9. And that's the thing with it. So you just gotta come back to reality, and dating apps are kind of distorting our reality a little bit. And that's kind of what's going on with all of that. Because here is the reality about dating apps, okay? Dating apps is like Amazon for your love life. That's the real thing. Dating apps is like Amazon for your love life, right? I know it sounds really shitty when you put it that way, but welcome to the new world. It's almost 2020, and everybody is digital and online, and that's just how we roll. So when you can look at the fact that your dating app is like Amazon, that you in and of yourself are a business, right? Because don't get it twisted, all right? Don't get it twisted. Yes, I'm looking for love. I'm looking to make a connection. I want deepness and security and safety and all of that good stuff. But a relationship is a business, right? Straight up it is. You join together your finances. You build this life. You build this empire. You create this beautiful life together, very similarly to how we build businesses, how entrepreneurs build businesses, right? Sometimes you take a risk, sometimes you invest a little and you don't get your money back, sometimes you invest and you get it back times 10, right? It is a business. So if you can start to look at your dating profile as your business card, you will actually become more successful out in the dating world. So let me give you like a few tips. Let me teach you a few tips as to how your dating app can be more successful and your dating profile can attract better or more lovers and potential partners. All right, let's start with some dating profile do's. So do smile. All right? Like, and I know that I'm looking for guys and such, but like some of you guys, bro, like toss a sister a smile, you know what I mean? Just like look like you're happy to be here. You know, when you're like serious in all your pictures, you look really fucking intense. And that's not sexy to me, right? I want intensity in the bedroom. I don't want intensity on a first date over a tea and when we're talking about tacos. You know what I mean? So the first thing you want to do is have pictures of you smiling. But the second thing you want to also do is have more than one picture. If you're serious about actually dating, I gotta see a few different angles because I'm swiping here, right? So when I'm swipe happy, I wanna like, I'm gonna press down, I'm gonna click, I'm gonna like look at, you in different views because like I said, one picture doesn't show off all of you. So I need to see more than one picture of you. But the third kind of tip is something for you to, actually maybe not do, is to just have pictures of like your dog or the fish that you caught. I don't know what Southwestern Ontario is about, but a lot of guys with fish. And like, and I like to fish, but like every other profile is a guy with a fish. And I'm like, listen, I know you're out here trying to catch some fish, but like, don't like you're not hook, line, and sinkering me with this, right? So like, make sure that you have multiple pictures, that you're smiling in some of them, and that not all of your pictures are just like your dog or your cute cat and they're really, really adorable, but like, I want to see you in your face and you living your best life. So like, one fishing picture is really sweet, you on a motorcycle picture is really, really cool, but like, give me some variety, because it really is the spice of life. Also, another do for your profile is show off your personality, right? Like, talk a little bit about yourself, because here's the thing. When I see you on a dating profile, first I'm gonna look at your picture. And if I'm swiping yes on the maybes and I think you're kind of cute and I'm like, all right, this is a maybe, I'm gonna consider swiping this. How I'm going to actually complete the swipe is if I read a little bit about you. It doesn't have to be long, like 3 sentences, like, hey, my name is this, and I like to do this, and I'd love to like meet up and like grab a coffee, right? So tell me, tell me a little bit about you. Tell me about what you would like to maybe do on a first date. Maybe tell a joke, right? Show off a little bit about you and your personality. Tell me what your favorite food is, right? And like, that's gonna entice me to take the next step to swipe left or right, right? And that's just kind of how that's gonna go. Also, be honest in your profile, all right? Be honest. Here's the thing. Sometimes I'm here for a good time, sometimes I'm here for a long time, and sometimes I'm here because all I want to do is sit on your face. Okay? So like, if I can discern that where you are at right away, then I'm gonna know. I'm gonna know which one I'm choosing and which one you're into. So be honest. Are you here looking for a relationship? Are you here like looking for an adventure and a journey and to make some new friends? Or are you looking to like date and like see what happens, right? That's okay. You can say yes to all of those things, but the more authentic that you are about you in your profile, the more you show off who you are in your personality, the more that is actually going to attract me and will me to want to be like, all right, this is a real human and they seem like a cool person, so I'm gonna swipe. All right, dating profile don'ts. There's a lot of these. There's a lot of these. Like, I legitimately have considered like throwing together a side hustle where you send me your profile for your dating app and like I teach you how to like adjust it so that it is attractive to women, especially like those of you guys out there who are watching this, right? Like legit, like sometimes I'm like swiping and I'm like, if I could just like freshen up your hair like this, put on this kind of shirt on you, and like just take a couple pictures, you would be getting that pussy money. Like, it's legit, it would just roll in. It's a thought for a side hustle. It's a thought. Come back to me about that in a minute, hot minute. But here's some don'ts, okay? Here's some don'ts for your dating profile. First don't just have one picture. I'm automatically gonna get you like, that's a no. If you only have one picture, that's a no. It is 2019. It's almost 2020. Everybody's got a smartphone. Like, figure out how to take a picture of yourself. Also, don't have a picture of like here and up where I'm just looking at your face, and I'm sure it's a beautiful and really handsome face, but like I'm trying to look at you as a person. So like, like a solid like chest up, waist up, right? Maybe a few different profiles and different angles. You in the car, you on the couch, you hanging out with some friends, you with your dog, doing all that stuff, you climbing a mountain, right? You skiing, any of that kind of good stuff. But like, let me see your face. There was legitimately this one guy, he had like 4 pictures and all of his pictures were just him in sunglasses. And I was like, bro, I don't know what you look like. Like, if I can't see your eyes, then I'm not swiping because I don't actually know what your face look like unless you're the guy from X-Men and you like always, or the guy from Star Trek. Who's that guy, the Reading Rainbow guy? Who has like the glasses on his face the whole time, right? Isn't his name Leroy? I don't know, he's really cool. But unless you're that guy, I need to see your face and not just like 4 pictures of you with sunglasses on. Also, don't be over filtered in your pictures, guys and girls, right? Don't over filter. I saw some guys with some super over filters, right? Or like pictures of like 10 years ago, and then there's like one of you now, and I'm like, it's not same. It's not same, right? And like ladies, you know, once you start talking to somebody, you're gonna want to send some selfies, and you know, you're texting, you're gonna send some selfies, and then they're gonna see like a regular picture of you and your beautiful face, but like your first picture that you caught them on was like a super over filtered, like not even real, like mannequin face of you, and it's just not cute. You know, you don't look like that, right? This is what I look like all the time. This is my face. This is what it looks like all the time. I take care of myself, I feed myself, and I love myself, so that is what I am putting forward and seeing if anybody is going to be attracted to that. Because if they're not attracted to all of this, and this package as to who I am, then I don't want them, to be honest with you, and neither should you. Also, another don't. Don't be so negative in your like little blurbs, your little scripts, your little bios, right? Like I saw some bios who like were really, really cute, and they're like, hey, you know, my name is Mark, and I like to collect vintage cars, and I also like to ski on the weekends, and my favorite wine is Merlot. And I'm like, sweet, Mark, like I can already kind of know what I can chat with you about. I can like ask you a question right away. You're giving me something to work with so that I can message you so that we can chat, right? But then there's like these profiles, and some of these profiles, it's like, hey, I don't play any games. If you don't want to be in this, like, then don't message me, and like, you know, like, don't, and like, just like, don't, negative, and anger, and I'm like, whoa, bro, like, you know, this is a dating app, like, take it down a hot minute, take it down a notch, tell me about your favorite chicken wing, like, flavor. Don't tell me about how like 5 other girls have broken your heart this year. You know what I mean? Like pull it together and wrap it up. Like remember, dating apps, it's like the Amazon for your genitals. So like you're trying to sell yourself. So if automatically you're giving off some negative bad juju and some vibes right away, that's not gonna wanna make me sit on your face. That's not gonna wanna make your face be my throne. That's not gonna make me get like tingly all up in my bits and in my titties and in my head and in my heart. Like, that's not working for me. So like, you know, be a little happy to be there because it's fun. This is dating. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be an adventure. And the final tip about dating and dating apps and all of that kind of stuff, I've got like legit 3 things you need to remember and you need to know when it comes to going out on the date. So you've matched with somebody, you're texting them, you're like, okay, let's not text forever, let's just like go for a tea, let's just like handle this right now, right? 3 things you need to know before you go on that date, okay? First thing you need to know is wear clean underwear. You'd be surprised, okay? Wear clean underwear because you never know how that date's gonna go, right? You might meet them and you might be like, I thought this guy might be a potential for a long time, but like, I'm more feeling like a good time, so that's gonna happen tonight. So like, always wear clean undies. Second thing is, always masturbate before your date. Always masturbate before your date. You know why? Because it calms you down. It gives you that like fresh glow flush where you're feeling like you're looking really sexy. It gets all those endorphins going, right? And then it brings you back into your body and it calms you down so that when you're on your date, you're actually a little less anxious and you're feeling a lot calmer and you're able to kind of process, you know, your reality a little bit better, right? And having an orgasm and masturbating before your date just like gets that energy out right away. And third thing is tell your friends where you're going. It's just like a safety thing. I know guys, you're watching this and you're like, why would you have to do that? But like, it's a thing that a lot of us women do, right? Like, so just know that somewhere in a group chat, your picture has been screenshotted and you're like, I'm going on this date. This is the picture of this dude. This is his name and this is where we're going. I will text you after. It's a safety thing. Unfortunately, it's the reality of women these days, and that's just part of it. But you know, those are my 3 tips for when you are on the date. So I hope you enjoyed my video, Dating Profiles Part 2. Yes! Come and check me out. Come hang out with me on my website, www.theeverydaygoddess.ca. Get a copy of my book, Love, The Women's Guide to Not Fucking Settling. And follow me on Instagram at carlen.costa or at the Everyday Goddess brand. Get your hearts up. I love you, I love you, I love you. Mwah.